How about today, we've got a list of topics here to go through. How about we start with solar energy and sustainable agriculture? G'day everyone, we're here at the Elite Power Group's YouTube channel, and I've got with me today Jake, who's our genius with the website. He's our creator.
I know that last time you spoke about this was with Jason on the last video, and we talked about the chicken farm. It was a really cool experience actually going to...
It was amazing how much energy a chicken farm uses, particularly in keeping the chickens cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
And not just cool, but in the wintertime, you've got to vent the ammonia that they excrete.
So that was something that I didn't actually know about. I mean,
I didn't know that either.
It's something that was mentioned when I was, growing up as a kid at school.
But when you've got thousands of chickens side by side, they make a bit of a smell.
It was an odd experience walking in and having thousands of chickens just looking at it. Yeah.
Okay, well that's one aspect of energy and agriculture. That's pretty energy intensive agricultural.
Farms, is that what you're talking about in this?
It would be the combination of agriculture and PV, but it doesn't have to be that. It can be agriculture and wind farms. But what it means is the dual use of land for both energy harvesting and agriculture.
And that's what that chicken farm was doing. They had a bunch of roof space.
And they get as well, with the roof space being covered in panels on the north side, they'll get extra shading for the chickens.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, the farm which is hosting the solar panels can also use that energy on the farm. For instance, if it was a milk farm and the panels were appropriately lifted above the ground so that the cattle could graze underneath, then the electricity that the panels are producing could be used in that milk.
The actual factory process.
Yeah, whether it's a milk factory or a cheese factory or whatever. See, the milk farm too has got to have refrigeration. The milk has got to be, whether it's used later for cheese or it's just going to be sent out in a tanker, that milk has to be refrigerated, all energy intensive. There's a lot of hot water for washing down, sterilising equipment. It's just another low-hanging fruit example of. But in other areas, you might have a vegetable, like a specialised farm that makes herbs or certain vegetables and processes them on the spot. Let's say they were frozen peas. Now, if you can run the peas under the solar panels or in conjunction with them, find strains of peas that are happy in that sort of semi-shaded, blah, blah, blah environment, then you've got the factory itself, which is snap freezing the peas. It's able to use the energy from the solar farm. If you're in the country, quite often country areas have what we call constrained grids. The grids are they're not thick wires. So they have problems with abilities to draw sufficient energy from the grid to do the job that the factory wants to do. So they need to augment the grid supply. And in that sort of sense, they would use a solar, and quite likely they would use a battery, because that gives them protection from vagaries of the weather. For instance, if the sun is blotted out for half an hour because a cloud comes over, the whole...
Obviously solar's not going to work in that.
No, it's not. And the whole factory is now drawing more than the grid's capable of supplying. So we have a blackout. Now, rather than starting up a diesel generator for that sort of thing, which traditionally is the case for that and for blackouts that do occur.
And that's what the chicken farm that we went to had.
That's right. He had that. He had to have a generator because on a hot day, if that electricity from the grid fails for whatever reason, he's going to lose thousands of chooks.
There's a lot on the line for that.
A lot on the line, a lot.
Absolutely.
And intrinsically, we could offer him greater reliability from a solid state solar and battery solution rather than relying on a mechanical generator.
Yeah, okay. And that would be eventually cheaper as well.
It would be cheaper because he's not He's not buying diesel, he's not buying maintenance. There's no oil to
Yeah,
change.
absolutely. Well, it's like a big cost to buy a diesel generator itself.
It is,
And ongoing cost of buying diesel, like you said.
But there you are. So it's pretty well for him
Yeah.
a no-brainer. I mean, why would he invest money in something which is not going to really be the latest and the greatest, as you like?
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
he'll get far better long-term life from changing to another system right now.
What don't you know, Frank?
Yeah,
What don't you know?
I don't know. There's tons I don't know.
So that's agriculture, food production, and farming.
Yeah,
So we're specialists in that, aren't we?
we're specialists in the solar side of it, and we're agile enough to be able to talk with people who are agricultural people and to find a solution which works for them.
So if you're Bob and you live an hour away and you have a big farm and you're interested in getting solar or battery, they can come to us.
Definitely.
Yeah.
We're very happy to do chicken farms from a start because we've done a couple of those already.
Yeah, and he was very happy with the.
He's
their
very
result.
happy. He was saving a lot of money.
You can check the video out we did previously. That was the chicken farm video. Yeah, Operation Chicken Farm. That's what Jason called it.
Operation Chicken Farm. Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, thank you for watching. Yeah, it was nice to meet you. Thank you for letting me jump on the episode, Mr. Frank.
Yeah, great.
Appreciate it.
See you next time.